Mean Girls review. High School Musical reboot is no match for the original. This middling teen comedy can't quite make fetch itself happen. Though it's now nearly 20 years old, the original, Mean Girls, remains a pop culture touchstone. It's not just one of the funniest teen films of its era, but also one of the most quotable. Many of its iconic lines, including "That's so fetchin' on Wednesdays we wear pink," also appear in the new Mean Girls movie, sandwiched between song and dance numbers that the trailers have downplayed. That's because this Mean Girls is based on the hit Broadway musical of the same name, which is itself based on the original 2004 film. These days in Hollywood, nothing is easier to greenlight than IP with a ready-made fanbase. Tina Fey returns as screenwriter and also reprises her role as Ms. Norbury, the high school maths teacher who is wrongly accused of being a drug pusher in one of the story's odder subplots. Always a sharp operator, Fey has chopped the somewhat problematic jokes from her 2004 screenplay and replaced them with zingers that fly in today's hyper-self-aware climate. When Katie Heron on Anguri Rice rocks up a Halloween party looking scary rather than sexy, her friend Gretchen Wiener's Ibe Wood scolds her with the folk feminist reproach, "Katie, if you don't dress slutty, you're slut-shaming us." This film's narrative arc cleaves pretty closely to the original. Unassuming Katie arrives at North Shore High after a spell being homeschooled in Kenya, then befriends lively outsiders Janice Ian Sealy Crivalho and Damien Chakel Spivacey, who is still fans will be glad to know. Too gay to function. When bitchy queen B. Regina George Renee Rapp invites Katie to join the Plastics, her A-list clique that also comprises insecure Gretchen and dim-witted Karen Shetty a scene stealing Avantika. Katie grabs the opportunity to act as a double agent. She'll pretend to be a plastic while relaying all the nasty and vacuous things they say to her real friends, Janice and Damien. That is, of course, until the glamour and popularity of being a plastic goes to Katie's head and she hatches a plan to take down Regina. Husband and wife directing duo Samantha Jane and Arturo Perez Jr. frame the musical numbers as social media content, which feels both contemporary and a little apologetic, as if that's the only way a Gen Z audience will fully accept them. It doesn't help that the songs are solid rather than spectacular, though Rapp really sells her Billie Eilish-like bop Someone Gets Hurt. Her Regina is never quite as ruthless as Rachel McAdams' 2004 iteration, just as Rice's Katie lacks the conniving glint that Lindsay Lohan brought to the role. The result is a film that's more rehash than remodel, albeit a perfectly entertaining one. Where the original Mean Girls had the sparky, snarky confidence of Regina George, this one is more like Gretchen Wiener's, less sure of itself, a bit try-hard but ultimately quite likable.